Okay, hello. So, this is my new YouTube channel, and okay, I've made like 5 YouTube channels before in the past, but I kind of quit because I didn't really like doing YouTube. But now I'm retrying it to see if there's a difference, and like, will I like it or will I not? Yeah. Anyways, so in my previous YouTube channels, I would play games and make videos on it. But I feel like I never really liked doing that, so I'm gonna change it up a bit, and I'll just see where this YouTube channel will go and see, and hopefully I will not quit it like my old ones. Also, so I'm not sure if other people are facing this problem, like um really young YouTubers, they like kids that want to become a YouTuber. Of course the voice will definitely sound younger, but the thing is, I feel well, usually when I go on YouTube and I see some kids trying to be YouTubers, right, their voice is still okay, but when I listen to my own video, I sound young, like younger than I actually am. And another thing is, the kids I see on YouTube trying to be YouTubers, their voice is like different because well, I'm from Singapore, and here I'm not really sure why, but like the kids' voices are different, and well, of course if it sound, yeah, so it sounds different, which is not exactly too good for YouTube, because like the voice it's either the voice is good or it's not good. And for me, for a long time it happened to be not good, and I'm not really sure now. I mean, now I still don't like it, but I don't really know. It could have gotten better. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So for this YouTube channel, um, it's more of a YouTube channel where I talk rather than actually play games. So I'm not really commenting on the Minecraft that like I'm playing right now. So it's more of those. It's more of those yap videos. But like, I mean, I know people won't watch this video. Like, I know a lot of people won't watch this yap video that I'm making right now, and nobody will watch my other videos, which is one thing I know, because I mean there are so many videos out there that are like this, and mine isn't exactly good quality. I mean, I'm playing on a trash old computer right now. It was my dad's for like a long time. Yeah, anyways, okay, let's talk about hobbies, like, because right now, in 2026, there's like there are not much things for us to do. Like, I mean, other than gaming. But like, I can't game all day. So I've recently been trying out new things, and one thing I've been doing is grinding, stone grinding, and no, okay, where was I? Yeah, I had to stop recording just now because my brother walked in the room. Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure about what I want to record, but anyway, so hobbies. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm trying to get into stone grinding. Actually, no, I already am. In fact, I am going to go to the beach and find sandstone later. And I'll try to make a stone axe. Yeah. I mean, it most likely nobody watching will be in Singapore, and in fact, most likely nobody will be watching. But if there is someone in Singapore watching, then well, if you're in Singapore, you would know that well well you practically can't do anything. What I mean is like everything is like illegal. I mean like you can't do. I'm trying to get into blacksmithing, but like I can't, cause like I was saying, in Singapore, I mean Singapore is like a small country. It's basically just an island, and we're really in, and Singapore is really in need of land, and because of that, I can't. There's no land I can rent out work in other than the beach, and even in the beach, way too many restrictions, and yeah, I just don't like that. Cause my logic, cause I feel like, I mean, okay, what am I even saying? In Singapore, we have many rules, and I'm not really sure how my friends and my fam and my and people living here survive, cause there is like really nothing to do. Like I've been trying to find hobbies, but in Singapore, there's nothing you can really do. I mean, like they really expect these students in Singapore to study, study all day. Yo, why does this keep happening? This time my dad walked in the room. Yeah, I I, I don't even remember what I was saying anymore. Okay, wait. Yeah, in Singapore they expect students to study all day, and we don't have the opportunity to really do anything fun. I mean, I don't have a job yet, but once I get a job, I will actually stop complaining. Cause I feel like I complain too much. Okay, wait, I'm drowning. I feel like I complain too much about Singapore. I mean, I like this country. I'm living here, but I just really hate the laws. Like we can't even have airsoft here. And like in America, they have like real guns, not even just toy guns or airsoft allowed. Real guns are allowed, which is one thing we can never get in Singapore. I mean, it's sad, but like it is what it is. And I guess I'll have to wait until I finish school. And when I'm an adult, I can maybe go to another country. Okay, why do I keep getting interrupted? Like of all days, like I've been delaying making a YouTube video for many days, and of all days, today I get interrupted by like my brother and my dad, or like a lot. Yeah. Anyways, see, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. So I'll just have to live with that, all the rules until I'm an adult and I can live somewhere else. Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad, but I do want to try some new things. Cause right now, I can't do much except for study. And another thing is, okay, wait. Okay, what? See, this is what happens like every YouTube video I used to try to make. It's just I'm talking and then I just suddenly stop. Yeah, as I was saying. Actually, no, I wasn't saying. I give up. This is not the world. I'm making a new one. Actually, I think I might have a world already. And yeah, so I don't have much to say. It's like I have a lot to say, but once I start filming, then I run out of ideas, and I'm like, no. Anyways, okay. I don't even remember what I was doing in this world. Okay, Enderman gone. Yeah. So right now, okay. One thing that like I'm kind of different from other kids is that I like doing homework. You know how kids are always complaining about homework and like they don't like it. The weird thing is I don't know why, but I like doing homework. It's like I like to find things to occupy myself doing, like paperwork, all those. And other kids they avoid getting jobs as much as possible, and but for me I am trying to get a job. And my parents are like really surprised about that because I have many friends which my parents are friends with their parents, and they are avoiding as much jobs as possible. They don't want to get a job, but I want to get a job. But the thing is, the legal age here in Singapore is like you gotta be older to get a job. It's just sad. And another thing is like driving cars and all that in America. Okay, I'm always complaining about America because like it's just better in my opinion, I guess. Yeah, in America, 16-year-olds in California can drive cars apparently. But here in Singapore, it must be like 18. And alcohol in I think America it's 18, and but in Singapore it's 21. It's kind of weird. Yeah, so and Singapore is just rules, rules, and rules. Another thing is that not just Singapore, right? It's actually no, it's all countries, but I since I'm in Singapore, I'm complaining mainly about Singapore about this topic. But we all know how modern nowadays, how modern we are nowadays. Humans are always making new inventions, and Singapore is also quite advanced actually in terms of technology. But but the thing is, because of that, um, traditional crafts are disappearing, like blacksmiths. And now one thing about me is that I am a person. I am like different from other kids. I like to do things like blacksmithing. I mean, I never tried it yet, but I am planning to soon, and I really want to do it. So I'm hopefully going to find a workshop. Like what I mean by that is not like Or those workshops that teach you. I'm a self-taught. No matter what I do, it's always self-taught. I mean, more of those little houses where I can put tools in, so to do what I like doing. Yeah, so that's basically it. And that mine over there, it hit water, so I'm just gonna not mine in there. Yeah, and so I'm just gonna take it out. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a kid that likes. I mean, technically teenager, but whatever. Other because people my age they refuse to get jobs and work and do homework. But I mean, I'm kind of I'm an introvert, like kind of. So of course, like I'm fine doing. I'm fine not having that much friends. Yeah, and my brother, he has a lot of friends. He's an extrovert. So like every week I see him hanging out with his friends, and like that's good. But like I feel like he has too many friends, cause he's not coming home until a long time after school, and like he doesn't do his homework. But for me, I just come home. If not, I eat outside alone because I like doing art and like I like doing art and other things. Um, a lot of boys my age, all they care about is sports. Like come on, that has to be relatable, right? In school, if you don't like, I don't like sports in school. Everyone's saying PE is the best lesson, but I don't like it because it's exercise. And I happen to like math. I mean, like, I'm not one of those nerds that really likes math. It's just, it's more of I'm fine with doing it and I actually enjoy doing work. Yeah. Okay, wait, how much wood do I have? Yeah, it's more of I enjoy doing math, but I don't love doing math. It's like, it's more of I'm fine with doing math, so I do it. Yeah, but if you're a boy at my age that likes and art and work and like paperwork, people are gonna laugh at you because all they care about is sports. Here's a story. One time there was PE lesson and I did not participate, so I didn't help my team and like I didn't help my team and we lost obviously because I didn't help. And we were already low on people helping. I mean, we were low on members of on the team because um okay, let me explain. My PE teacher likes to make teams, and you can't really choose who you're with. So, but I don't mind that because it's not like I have that much friends anyways. But yeah, I didn't help out my teammates. I was just sitting at the side watching them. I mean, I wasn't sitting. I was just standing still, watching them. And they were mad at me because I didn't participate. But really, what I was trying to do is I was trying to prove a point. Because, okay, it's not exactly prove a point, but the thing is, I was there, I wasn't participating. I was just standing still at the side. And guess what? People were shoving me. Like, it was a ball game, so they had to throw the ball around. It's like volleyball or something. Yeah, so and so I was just standing at the corner and I was still I still got shoved aside. And then basically my point is nowadays people care too much. I mean, um, okay, I know people will get mad at me if I say that, but okay, this is just my perspective. So don't get mad. So in my opinion, nowadays people care too much about sports. I mean, like humans decided to invent a sport. I mean, invent something to do where you take a ball, throw it around, kick it, or hit it with a stick, whatever, and then put it in a net, and like either a small net or a big net. You put it or you pass it a certain amount of times. So the thing is, you put it in the net, and then people start screaming. Liking sports is fine, but if you like it that much, where you will scream and attack people that don't enjoy it, is a little too far. So I think we people shouldn't be like that. Humans went from doing things to survive, like doing these things to survive, to doing things for the sake of doing them and no actual meaning at all. Which is just not good. And modern technology is also actually currently I'm writing a book about how modern technology and modern things are getting rid of old old crafts like blacksmithing. But yeah, people humans care too much about sports, and I know it matters to many people, but you can't just you can't be mad at someone who doesn't like it just because they don't like it. Like everyone has their own views, and everyone's different, and you really can't be mad at people for not liking what you like, because everyone's different. it I mean, it would be like if everyone were to like sports, then we'll have no variety. Everyone will be the same, play sports, and then we won't have art. I'm not saying sports is bad, but I'm saying people should have their own options and opinions, and like different things, and we shouldn't bully them for not liking what you like. That is, bullying people for not liking something that you like is one of the worst things you can do, because like you can't expect them to like it. But of course, a lot of people they they still don't really understand that the concept, like the concept of letting people have their own opinions, like my classmates. But eventually they'll learn. Another thing is actually no, I'm just not gonna talk about that. That's another story for another day. Okay, my charcoal is done. Yeah. Anyways, I'll just end the video here, cause I don't wanna make it too long. Cause actually no, I can. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah. Anyways, so what I was going to talk about is emotions. Well, I think we all know that nowadays we got a lot of emotional people. Like I'm actually still a kid. I'm not even that old. I'm quite young. I'm not gonna say my age, but what I will say is that I am a really young person, and like I can control my emotions better than the than older people. Um, so like I think we know a lot of girls. Okay, I don't know why I don't like saying girls. A lot of females, they tend to be really emotional over things that don't matter that much. But of course, different people, different things that matter. Yeah. So it might matter to them, but my point is they are really emotional. Like for example, and people are scared. You know what? Never mind. I have to write a script for this one, cause I can't really just say what I'm thinking. Actually, I do have a script, but I'll save it for another video, cause this one has been, oh, it's quite long, 19 minutes, plus the other 8 that I recorded earlier. Okay, okay, I'm recording. Okay, so wait, what? I swear I selected no bonus chests. Okay, but I guess I'll take it anyways. Yeah. So in my previous video, which was a while ago, I didn't really know how I was supposed to speak because it has been a long time since I've done a Minecraft video, and not just that, a YouTube channel. Yeah. So I'm not really sure how to speak still, but I I kind of watched some like podcasts with similar, how should I say this, similar concepts, channels that do the same thing I do. And I think that I can probably speak better now. But of course, I don't know. I don't really know if I am. Now, I've been busy lately. I've been doing a lot of things, like not just schoolwork entirely. I've been restarting art. Well, you see, so around last year, I tried to do manga art, and I didn't like it. It was really bad. But recently, it was my birthday, and I got a birthday gift from one of my friends, which was a manga drawing guidebook, and I I used it recently, and somehow it actually made my drawings better. So I'm gonna start doing my art again. And I'm not sure if I did, but in my previous video, I think I mentioned that I did a lot of things like stone work, as in stone grinding. But think I'm gonna stop doing that stuff. I mean, I still like doing it, but it's just not the same because now I have better things to do. I I bought a fountain pen, and I've been using it to write my stuff, and it has been working really well. So I decided to stop doing my stonework and woodwork for a little bit, and instead I will focus on gaming this YouTube channel, and um I guess I will focus on my grades because it is coming to the time of year where I have the most important exam of my life. Um, Here in Singapore, right? if you live in Singapore, you know that PSLE, I don't know what it stands for, but it's the most important exam in a student's life in Singapore because it basically determines everything actually. Do I have a crafting table? I don't think I have a crafting table. Okay. As I was saying, it determines everything, like what school you get into after primary school, which is basically just um I think it's elementary school, like for the Americans, yeah. So okay, give me a sec. So I'm going to focus on my grades for now, YouTube, and hopefully soon I will be able to actually complete my stonework, but I most likely won't for a while. Anyways, okay, I'll make a furnace. Yeah, okay, okay. Oh yeah, and a stone pickaxe. So I'm gonna focus on my grades. I'll do gaming, and most importantly, I will continue writing and get more ideas somehow. So I've been listening to a YouTuber that makes similar content, and in fact I actually started this channel cuz I listened to his videos and I thought it was nice, which is basically the reason why I'm even doing YouTube. And this is basically like a second first video for my channel, cuz that one was before I studied how to talk. And so in my previous video I mentioned, okay, not exactly a video because I'm actually gonna be putting all of these videos together to make like one really big video. But that's besides the point. Yeah. So in all these videos that I've made so far, okay, so in all these parts I've made so far, I I am like very different from like the first video I made, which is, well, it's gonna be in this cut. You guys will see in this cut, cause like I said, I'm gonna be editing them together to make a longer video. Yeah. So basically, in the last three parts I've made, wait, was it three? Wait, no, two. In the last two parts I've made, I was different, cause before that I was kind of testing out if I wanted to do YouTube or did I want to wait for my voice to become different. But I realized that instead of waiting for my voice to become so-called better, or as in like what I see as better, I can actually just learn voice acting, honestly. And not only can I just learn voice acting, I can do different things. I can make different videos. And also right now I'm trying to learn how to so-called be a better friend, how to listen to people, how to be a good listener. Cause I want to be a so-called therapist for my friends. because I have this ideal vision about who I want to be. So I just want to be the person with less emotion, because I don't really like showing people my emotions, and sometimes I just accidentally do. But yeah, I want to be a person with less emotion and please, okay, it can fit. So I want to be a person with less emotion, and I want to be a good listener. I want to be a good friend and a good artist. Oh wait, so in other words, the quiet kid. What? Okay, not exactly the quiet kid, but what I'm describing is basically just a quiet kid, right? Basic, yeah. Cause, oh my god, what is this? Okay, so basically, I'm describing the quiet kid right now. The kid who listens but doesn't really actually talk himself. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to learn how to talk less. I mean, like, for example, in school, like. But this YouTube channel is one way I can actually like yap all I want. Okay, it's actually so dark I can't see anything. So I'm just gonna cook this salmon as light. I want to mine a bunch of this coal because coal is actually useful. Oh no. Wait, here's a genius idea. Wait, no. Wait, do I have a log? Wait, I think I'm on a food. Beetroot. No, that won't work. Oh wait, I can just make torches. Yeah, so I wanna be the I kind of want to be the quiet kid. In other words, yeah. And I'm trying. So basically, the two things I'm learning right now is how to be a better artist and draw well, and how to be a good listener. So I can be a therapist to my friends. And okay, I'm assuming I've been recording for 20 minutes. 11? That's so less. It's been one Minecraft day. Oh wait, no, because I probably spawned in the middle of the day, but yeah, whatever. Do I have enough wool? I can make a bed. Wait, this actually makes a pretty good base. Wait, I might just turn this into my base. Okay, okay. Why do I never know if I'm recording? So if I'm recording, okay, I'll just show you. Okay, so I am recording. Okay, now today's video will be short. It will be maybe 5 minutes because I want to talk about something. And okay, so here's my new plan for this channel because not only am I going to post different things from what I used to post, I also have some. Did I just? I just tried to make an axe but made a pickaxe. I am a dumbass. Anyways, so my plans for this channel, I'm not really sure, so I'll find out along the way. But so far, I think I will. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep recording. Okay, wait, this is actually insane. Is that a almost? This is a almost fully built rune portal. One obsidian. Okay, this is insane. There is no way. Oh my. Wait, this is crazy. Wait, holy shit. So close to spawn as well, and this is a random seed. Oh, this is amazing. I'm definitely making this cave my base. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying. So my plans for this channel so far right now, I would say that I will figure it out along the way, and my plan currently is to record. It doesn't have to be good. In case you didn't know, my recordings are all unedited. I mean, I edit it a little bit. Like sometimes, like if I'm making a really long video, that there's like a mixture of many short videos like this one. You see, okay, it's been 2 minutes, and this minute I was gonna, okay, this video I was gonna make it like 5 minutes to 6 minutes long, cause it's just a shorter one. And right now my current plan is okay. So I posted my channel introduction, and which was basically the first one that shows how I got here. And this is my second video, but I'm not sure if I should combine it with more to make another half an hour video. So I think I should, yeah. So as I was saying earlier, before I started yapping about random stuff, before I started yapping about my plans for this channel, as I was saying earlier, I want to talk about something different today. Now, we all know, okay, all kids, and we all know that kids don't like school, right? But I I think school is actually fine. Hear me out. So most kids these days, they complain about going to school. They hate going to school. And if you go on YouTube and TikTok, you can see that there are a bunch of people complaining school starts too early. School is really boring. School sucks. But I actually happen to like school. And that is because for other kids, they don't have anything to do at school. They think it's boring because all they do is play games all day. Now, I also play games, but the difference is, right? I not only do I play games, I actually enjoyed going to school because, well, you see, at home, the table, the one I'm currently using to gaming, is already taken up by my computer. It's already taken up by my PC, like half the table. And I do not have a lot of space to actually do my work. Like I mentioned in my previous videos, I like writing, so I don't actually have enough space to like write on the table or do homework. So I kind of gotta squeeze the worksheet in. But school actually just they supply us with our own table, and in fact everyone gets their own table, and they can do their work, and that's one thing I like, right? But of course it's not just that, right? So of course I have other things I like about school. For example, I like it as well because in school we actually have things to do. Like I like occupying myself with things to do, right? Like for example, kids in school, like most kids in school, they don't do anything, so they don't really have much to do. So what they usually do, I see, is that they talk to other people, and they just actually do their work. Of course, I do my work as well, okay? But at school, at school, since I like doing my writing and all and art and all that, I decided to I like it because it gives me a table that I can work on, and it's like I won't get screamed at if I get eraser dust everywhere. But yeah, so that's actually pretty good for me. And I usually just do my work. But if I finish my work and I have free time, I will draw, I will write. And actually, I think, okay, I'm gonna try to take part in this competition that like you can write a story and it'll be displayed in the newspaper. Cause me and my friends think we should do that. Like we should participate and write a story together. Cause it actually just sounds fun. And there's a prize of $100. And I'm actually kind of in need of money right now because I wanna buy better headphones. Or rather, actually not headphones, but just a mic, like one of those mics that you can just attach, that you can actually put on your table. Cause I don't really like headphone mics, cause they kind of make my voice sound weird. At least that's just me, I guess. And also, since this YouTube channel is technically remade, like my old YouTube channel was different, and so I'm just posting different stuff now. And here's an annoying thing about YouTube. So I hate my voice. By that I mean I think I sound too young, right? And I hate that because I'm not actually that young. But anyways, how long have I been recording for? Oh, 8 minutes? So fast? Oh, that's insane. Anyways, so don't hate school. I'm kind of getting off track here, but don't hate school because school is pretty fun if you really think about it. Adults are always elderly people. Adults, they're always saying that school, they loved school and school was the best, and they want to go back because in reality, if you really think and honestly, school is one of the best times of your life, and you should enjoy it. You should treasure it, cause it'll end. It'll end, and soon you will be like the adults. S- You will say, you too will say that you love that school is the best time of your life. Seriously. So that's why you should enjoy school while it lasts, and instead of hating it, you can enjoy it. You can enjoy playing with friends. You can enjoy making new friends, talking to them. You can enjoy your freedom, even though kids nowadays they think it's not much freedom, but if you really think about it, it's more freedom than if you have a job. Sure, you have money, you can buy whatever you want, but the school technically provides you with food. It's kind of and it's one of the only ways you can get many kids to come together in one place and become friends. If so, really, really think about it. If school didn't exist, you wouldn't have your friends, and it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be as good as what you think. Enjoy it. And I am speaking as someone who hated school when I was really young, but now I like it. And I guess that's all I have to say about this. Maybe I'll elaborate more sometime soon. But yeah, that's it for now. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm talking about today, but I made I made this rule to myself that I would record at least um one video every 2 days, and so I guess I have to record. Because I'm not breaking that rule that I made to myself. Because then there's no point having that rule if I'm gonna break it. So I'm just gonna think, and eventually I'll get something to say. Yeah. Okay. So recently I've been working hard. I've been at school doing my work, studying my art. I've been writing my stories. And a lot of people, they don't like school. Wait, no, wait. Didn't I just talk about this? My bad, my bad, my bad. So, recently I had, okay, I'm just gonna continue on from what I said earlier in this video, I mean. So recently I had this really important, really major exam. Wait, is it actually just called an exam in my country, or is it an exam in all countries? I'm just gonna say exam. Basically a test. Anyways, so in this exam is a really important exam because I mentioned it in my other video. It basically determines the rest of your life, right? And it's not that exam. It's on right before. If you live in Singapore, you would know. Because I'm in Singapore, there's no way. A floating block of gravel, when it generates like that, it's just so cool. Anyways, as I was saying, if you live in Singapore, you would know it's called prelim, short for preliminary pre, preliminary examination. That's what it stands for, and it's the second most important exam in a student's life in Singapore. Cause if you're unavailable on the day of your actual PSLE, the most important one, if you're absent on that day and you just don't show up to school because you're really sick, then they will use your prelim marks to determine what school you get into. Yes, a cave. Anyways, so I just had that exam. Well, not one exam, many, because I'm not sure if it's like this in other countries, but in Singapore we have oral, which is basically English and well, whatever is your other language. For me, it was Chinese, because I'm Chinese. And, well, I think I did pretty well. But, basically, this oral exam, okay, it's not the most important one. The most important one is the written exam. It's just an exam paper. It's the same as Americans. It's just an exam paper. And I'm taking that soon. And, well, it's scary. And my classmates, they are really nervous. But they're hating on the exam. They're like exams suck. Whoever invented exams should die, whatever. But we shouldn't hate it. Now I know it's bad and all that, but if you really think about it, it's actually a win-win situation. I mean, not win-win, because you gotta study hard and all that. But hear me out. The exam is motivation for you to actually work hard and learn the thing. If you do well on the exam, your parents will be happy. But that is, of course, only for people who actually did score well on the exam. Well, anyways, if you score badly, your parents will be angry. They might scold you. They might scold you. And, well, in Singapore, they kind of, well, they hit you. They cane you. I'm not sure if Americans use the word cane, but cane is basically just this wooden. It's like a bamboo stick. It's like a thin bamboo stick that acts like a whip. That a lot of Singaporean parents have, especially the Chinese ones. As I was saying, they will cane the child. Well, not will, they might cane the child if they actually do really, really, really bad. But what I'm trying to say is, as long as you study hard, you won't score badly. Which is my advice to a bunch of people, like my friends. Just study hard. And parents don't actually need you to get good grades. What they want is to see that you tried your best. As long as you tried their best, they won't be as angry. But if you don't even try, they will definitely be angry, right? And they will scold you. So don't hate exams. It's stressful, but the whole point of it is actually motivation for you to work hard and learn. So instead of spending time complaining, actually you should work hard. You should study for the exam. And if you score well, then you will be happy. That's just how it works. But of course, I may be wrong, so you can tell me if I'm wrong. Because it might just be me that thinks this way. I'm not saying I'm right. It could just be me. But that's how I see exams in my perspective. I don't see them as bad. I see them as an opportunity for us to learn. Okay, I'm gonna make some campfires to cook food, so I don't have to waste my fuel cooking it here. Yeah, anyways, don't hate exams, everyone. Study hard, work hard. Eventually, you score well, your parents will be happy. And I mean, that's pretty much everything I need to say. Cause if you hate exams, you're not gonna study. You're actually just gonna spend your time complaining to everyone about how trash exams are, why you don't like it, what's wrong with it, you hate it, everything. And in the end, you won't get any studying done. So my advice to you is, as I was saying, cause my I mentioned my brother before in my other video, but yeah, he walked in the room again, just like last time. Every single time, actually. Every time I'm filming, this happens. Anyways, so yeah, don't hate exams. Use it as an opportunity to study, and I guess work harder. Okay, I'm gonna make some armor. Anyways, okay, so I've been doing my art as I mentioned, and art is good and all, but a problem that a lot of artists have is that, well, art block. Basically, they just can't draw anything, and their drawings suck, no matter what they try, right? So what I do about it, in fact, I also have it, and I'm not exactly good at handling, but I try anyway. What I recommend you to do about it, if you have art block and like you do art, is try to take a break. Maybe you've been doing art for too long. Maybe you should take a break, and then potentially you'll be able to do your art again. But if that doesn't work, well, I don't exactly have a method, cause, well, you see, yeah, I'm experiencing it as well. Okay, I need more campfires. So I don't know what to do either. So But what I recommend, other than taking a break, you can actually just learn, like study art. Like, you don't have to just study school, you can study art. And most of the time that works. You actually like study the thing and work on it. Eventually, right, you will manage to master your art. It might take some time for some of you. In fact, I'm not a good artist myself. And it might take some time for you guys to master it. But when you master it, you master it. Nobody knows when that day is, right? Nobody knows when you're actually gonna master the art. But when you do, you will master it. Okay, this stone slab idea was the best idea I ever had. Look at this, I can just collect it without burning myself. Oh, that's brilliant. Anyways, study the art and eventually you will get it. Anyways, here's a thing that I find weird. Well, you see, I'm 12, right? I'm pretty young. Shit, in fact, I'm still considered in a... Wait, is it elementary or middle school? I don't know, either elementary or middle school. And chances are it's middle school, not elementary. Whatever, I'm 12, right? And I have a bunch of friends that are already dating. And I actually don't understand this, cause come on, you're 12, it never lasts. And all it does is give you the experience of dating. And it's not actual dating, right? They're kind of just being friends. They're kind of just being friends and with what I consider, how should I say this? I consider it kind of like weird. Of course, yes, I have had a crush before. Well, at least I think I did. But I know that it's not gonna last. It doesn't really do anything. So you might as well not do it. Just basically what I'm saying is don't try to start a relationship that young. Try to wait until you're older. I'd say more of a secondary school, which is for those people in America that don't know, around middle school to high school. I'll just say the age, 13. Wait, I don't remember. 13. Okay, it starts at 13. There's 4. 13 to 17. That's secondary school. And I think that is a good time to start dating, right? Oh wait, that's actually that's middle school and high school together. Yeah, anyways, that's a good time to start dating in my opinion, because 12 is a little young if you ask me. And also, here's another thing I don't understand. Kids in my generation, they're really, well, it's what people call brain rot nowadays, right? They're just really immature. They, or maybe I'm just different. Either they're just immature or I'm different and I'm the one being too mature. Or at least I think that's what I'm trying to say. Because they are making dumb jokes. Well, they're just being kids. They're just being kids. And now me, I'm not. I'm over here giving life advice to people. And I'm their age. I'm not even qualified to be doing this. Yes. Okay. I'm not qualified to be doing this, and I'm not at an age where I to be doing this. You know, because people don't do this stuff so young. Because you know, kids are okay. Give me a sec. Kids are they're just being kids. Kids are just being kids. They're not really. They don't really do that type of stuff. They just be kids, normal kids. And me, on the other hand, I'm just different, yeah. But I think that's fine. But brain rot though, they're all brain rotted, and they and the problem with my generation is um they've they forgot how to care for people. They have no empathy. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying some of them, like the really brain rotted ones. Like I have my classmate recently fell down, and I was the only one who went up to him and said, yo, are you okay? You good?" But my other classmates, they walked past and acted like it was nothing. Cause, cause back then you actually get benefits from helping people, but now it's just expected of you to help. So, now a bunch of people are now. So basically, people in my generation, they're used to the fact that they're apparently supposed to help people. So they think someone else will do it for them. But that's just not the case. That's not really how it works. You should always help people. Even if they're not your friend, you should always help people. Cause honestly, it's just the right thing to do. And I'm not trying to sound nerdy here, right? But I'm being serious, you should help. Never abandon someone when they need help, cause you never know. That person might just help you back. And following this topic, right now I'm just gonna say, be kind, even when you don't get a benefit. In fact, there's never really no benefit, cause that person, you help that person once, and that person might help you back, help you when you need help twice. And there's no reason for you to be rude either to people. There's no reason for you to complain. And the fact that I'm saying this is insane because I am always complaining. I'm constantly complaining to everyone. So honestly, me giving this advice, I'm not really. I shouldn't really be giving this advice, but here I am giving this advice anyway. So yeah, be kind, everybody. And wait, testing. Okay, I'm still audible because I feel like I'm not for some reason. And anyways, that's all for today. Good luck, everybody. Okay, hello everybody to today's video. And I don't have much to talk about. So I'm just gonna see what I'll yap about. Also, I have this. I forgot to say I have this new skin. I made it a while ago. I might change it. I don't know. I'll see how if I like it for now. Oh yeah, we all kind of hate the Minecraft armor because of this, right? Like you just can't see his skin. Anyways, my skin is basically Steve with a mask. So yeah. So I'm just gonna see how the nether's like this time. Yeah. Okay. Now, recently well, my friend unblocked me. Um, so there's this friend I have. She she kind of hated me for a while because of something that I did not do, by the way. My friend said some things. I mean, yeah. So I'm not sure if I consider him my friend. So I guess I will just say friend. Anyways, so my friend said some things, and she just decided to block me. Oh god, I'm almost dead. Wait. Holy shit. Hey, give me a sec. Okay, as I was saying before that happened, so my friend said some things and I got blocked. But now I'm unblocked. So I guess that's pretty good. I wasn't really sure what I was gonna be talking about today. This was kind of just yapping without much meaning. So today, cause I can't think of anything to yap about today. I'm just really tired. I came back from another exam. So I guess my goal for today is to get food. And yeah, I'll see how this goes. Also, the first part of today's video will be shorter, cause I'm really tired. I just want to go to sleep and record the rest of it another day. So for the rest of this, so I'll just record for 5 minutes today, and tomorrow another I guess another 20 minutes or so. And okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm gonna make an example to yap about, cause I want to yap about something wise, but I can't think of what to. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm motivating myself to actually continue recording. I mean, even though I made it so that I would record in 2 days, um, it's I'm trying to motivate myself to record more, cause so far the two videos that are on the channel, or this one is the third video, they're all pre-recorded. That means I didn't actually record it like close to the day where I posted it. I posted it about a month after recording it, the first two videos, cause I was just too lazy to actually post it for the month. So I just spent that month recording two videos to post it another day. And motivation is like, well, it's not easy to get motivation. It's like sometimes you have motivation, sometimes you don't. And we all like motivation. And when you first get the motivation, you do it a lot. But soon the motivation fades, and you kind of just want more, but you can't get any more. Oh, actually, I kind of like this skin actually. It's Steve, but I changed it. I mean, I don't really like the color of the pants though. See, because I was rushing when I was making this. Yeah. Anyways, motivation is hard to get nowadays, cause we really want motivation, but it's really hard to get motivation. Wait, sugarcane. I'm gonna get some sugarcane actually. Yeah. And also, this is not my temporary base. I might build a base somewhere else. So I'm just gonna make this sugarcane farm. And that's why I've kind of paused with my art. I've paused with, in fact, everything I want to do. Cause instead of doing too many things, I decided to kind of slow down and do one thing at a time. So for right now, I'm doing YouTube. YouTube is my main project right now. I want to get at least 5 videos in before. I want to get 5 videos into the channel before I stop posting for a while to do my other projects. And I got a couple ideas on what I might do soon. And well, yeah. So for now, I'll just see how this channel goes, and I'll decide what I want to do from there. Anyways, like I said, I don't have much to yap about today. Oh, look at how many sheep there's. Anyways, I already talked about school, so how about I talk about something different? So, okay, every single time I think of something, I forget it right about when I want to say it. So this is not gonna be easy, actually. It's kind of hard. Cause I don't have much to talk about right now. And for some reason, once I start yapping, I find myself doing this. See, just jumping up and down, going on my furnace, doing nothing. So I'm just gonna see what I'll do. I think that, well, how about some jobs, yeah? So there are many existing jobs right now, but I feel like everything's a little modern, right? How long have I been? Oh, 9 minutes. Okay, so I was gonna record 15 minutes today, cause well, I have screen time and I'm tired. And yeah. And I know I'm not that young anymore. And I still have screen time, but like that's cause my parents they're a little strict. But I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Anyways, so there are many jobs, but everything is modern. Right now, I've been watching a show about farming. Oh, I just hit my headphones on the wall. Yeah, so recently I've been watching this show about farming, and I feel like I would enjoy farming. I feel like it's the type of thing I would do. But um, farming is like it's different now. It's not the farm right now because we have modern technology. The farms are all modern. They all have the it's more it's like something you'd see in like a futuristic movie. They got futuristic tech. They got robots, machines. Another thing is that metal items, they're being made by machines in factories. And even though I'm kind of young, I want to say that the times where humans made things and not robots or machines was better than now. And because I actually like history, I've been listening to some history podcasts, getting to know how it was like back then in the past, and I've found out that that's the screen time, and after listening to it, I feel like modern things are too modern. Anyways, I don't have much to talk about on this subject. All I want to say is people should not forget the past. Um and Well, that's all for today. Good luck, everybody. Okay, so uh this is the a little bit of recording, cause right now I I'm waiting for my friend to get online, cause we were gonna play Minecraft together, but she's a little busy right now, so I'll do a bit of recording. Oh my god, I almost fell. Okay, so well, I don't really have much to be talking about, which is why I just named this video unscripted yap, or at least that's what it writes on the thumbnail. I might find something to name it instead for the actual name, cause well, all my yap is unscripted, but I usually think of what I want to say before I record, or else there's just gonna be long moments of silence where I just not talk, and I'm thinking of what to say, cause I I seem to have this problem where I like talking, but once I'm given the opportunity to do it, I forgot everything that I want to say. Anyways, the mission stays the same. I am gonna get food. So, as I said earlier, my my friend unblocked me, and it's great because well, I got a new friend. I mean, not new friend, but my friend became friends with me again. So I got another person that I can hang out with. Cause I'm kind of lonely right now. Cause I was never a person with many friends, and I don't necessarily want many friends, but it would be nice to have some new company after a while. Okay, there's something off with my playing today, cause I'm just taking a lot of damage. I'm not fighting like I usually do. But anyways, like I was saying, it's great that I get more company, right? And well, I was really hoping that friend would unblock me and be friends with me again, because you know I was really enjoying being friends with her. And as I said in my other video, in my previous two videos in fact, I got a major exam coming up, you know, the one that determines the rest of your life and everything. Um it would just be sad because after that exam ends, you know, we leave the school, we're in different schools, and I want to get the chance to know her a bit better before that happens. Cause, well, the more friends, the better. Okay, to me, I like having friends, and I agree that the more friends, the better. But I'm also fine with having not that many friends. Doesn't always have to be many. So, so I'd say I like having a small friend group, but every once in a while, it's nice to have some new company, right? And well, I don't really have much to say for this video because in my last video I said pretty much all I wanted to say for the week. So I'm just gonna see how this goes. Anyways, I don't have much to say, so I'm still kind of thinking. And okay, we all want attention, right? We well, we everyone at least at one point in their life wanted attention, and chances are they still do. But not all of us are like attention seekers that really, really, really need the attention. Like me, I like having attention, but I'm fine with not getting that much attention. But there are some people who they really want attention. They really need the attention, and they're just attention seekers. So, so I'm trying to say, don't be that person, because nobody really cares that much about what you have to say, cause they got many things they want to say as well, right? And they don't have the time and effort to listen and actually help you out. I mean, I'm not saying everyone, by the way. That's just in general. That's what I'm saying. So don't be an attention seeker. Yeah. Try to just be a normal person. Listen a bit to what other people say, and help out. And it seems my friend is now online, so I will leave and I'll go play with her. So well, that's it for now. Good luck, everybody. Do you ever feel that everything is like too modern, too simple? What I mean is let's say you're a lumberjack. You would use a chainsaw right now, but back then they would use an axe. And so it's very different, because an axe you actually have to put in the work, a chainsaw not so much. All you need to do is make sure you use the chainsaw safely. But if you're working with an axe, you actually gotta repeatedly hit the tree, while the chainsaw, what it really does is it kind of just you kind of just put it there and push lightly, and it will just saw itself through the tree by itself. So we should I mean, so what I'm saying is everything these days is really modern, and to me it's too simple, because I feel like it's better to put in the work to chop the tree than just use a chainsaw and just hold it there. Or maybe that's because I went to another country where I chopped the tree once and I really enjoyed it. Cause I don't know, actually, I just really like chopping down trees, or more, or should I say chopping wood. I am about to die. Okay, wait, I'm kind of dead right now. Give me a sec. Okay, I kind of just paused the recording to wait until I heal up. Yeah, anyways, everything's really modern these days, and we don't really have to put in the work anymore to do things. And I feel like we should be putting in work, because if you don't put in the work, um it's like it's not fun. Life will just be boring. It's like you're a lumberjack. You want to chop a tree in modern times. So every single day you wake up, you take the chainsaw, you go to the tree and just hold the chainsaw there for 5 minutes. There's no way. Is that a pale garden? Wait, no way. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, actually, I gotta memorize the coordinate of my base first. As I was saying, you just put the chainsaw there for like 5 minutes about there, and oh, the tree's been chopped down. But if you were to if you were to if you were to be a lumberjack back then, you would have to spend a lot more time just repeatedly smacking the tree with the axe, and then the tree will be cut down. So what I'm trying to say is we should stop making everything so simple, so modern. Cause I mean, it makes things better, but it's kind of annoying. Okay, I'm gonna make a sign that writes my coordinates. 26. 100. Okay, so I'll be able to find the base, I think. Yeah, so it be the modern so when it's really modern, everything's just simple. You don't put in the work and stuff. It's just not as good, not as fun. So I think we should. Well, modern is fine, but I think we are humans. We should stop making everything so simple, and not try to upgrade everything once we have the technology to do so. So yeah. Anyways, recently I've been recording a lot of YouTube, cause I wanna get at least like 5 to 10 videos in the channel, and then after that I can try to well, record less. Cause right now when I go to my channel homepage, it's looking kind of empty. So I kind of wanna record a bunch, and then after that make the homepage feel less empty, and then after that I'll just stop recording for a bit. That didn't work. Okay, I had nothing to say, so I just cut out a bit. Oh, that is so cool. I never really seen a pale garden yet in like a survival world, so that's actually like really cool. Anyways, once again I forgot what I wanted to say every single time. no matter what video it is. When I'm speaking and I pause for 2 seconds, I will forget it. And I'm not really a good yapper right now. I yap a lot, like when I'm playing with my friends. It's really easy for me to be yapping. But when I'm just alone, I can't yap. Even to the mic, I can't yap. I don't know why. But I'm just gonna think of more things to speak about. So yeah. So in life we have oh we have a long time to live. Humans have about almost a century, and and we like to keep pets, and but actually personally I never got a pet yet because my parents don't let me. They don't like the idea of having a pet yet. They say after this major exam, and the major exam is the one I've been talking about for the past. In fact, every single video I've uploaded so far actually. Okay, I'm gonna go in this cave. So humans we like to keep pets, but the pet, of course, let's say you get a dog, it can't live as long as a human, and you just end up being sad when it dies. And I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say here, but so my mom used to have a dog who died, and then my my mom named my little sister after that dog that died, which is kind of insane, cause she really liked that dog, and sad that I wasn't born in time to see it, cause turns out it died on the year right before I was born. That's kind of sad, cause is like a chance for me to get a pet, but now that chance is gone. I'm just gonna get a bunch of this iron. And yeah. So humans get a bunch of pets, and I want a pet, but I just don't like one thing about about having pets, which is of course the fact they'll die and you'll be just sad for a long time. And yeah. Anyways, well, I talked about school in my okay, I'm just gonna list down a few. I'm gonna list down the things I talked about in the previous videos and stuff, and I'm gonna see what I should talk about in not just this video, but the videos after this one. Cause if I run out of ideas, then the channel's gonna be dead for about 2 months until I have something to talk about again. So I talked about school. I talked about, well, just some information about me. I talked about that, and pets. I just did that. Enjoy life. It's practically just enjoy school, right? Which is that video I posted. And I feel like I should practice speaking in like a more, how do I say this, natural way, cause I sound really young right now, and I hate that. Okay, 2672. And in like I'm not sure if I mentioned it on this channel, but I had YouTube, like 5 YouTube channels before, and in all of them I sounded really young. Okay, I'm near my base. 72. Oh, so it's up. Oh crap. Give me a sec. I just spoke for like 20 minutes, thinking that I was recording, but apparently I'm not. So that just wasted a lot of time. Anyways, back in kindergarten, I didn't like art lessons because the teachers would just tell me to draw this, draw that, and I didn't like it. I was that type of kid who drew what he wanted to draw. I wasn't exactly a kid who followed a bunch of rules, cause I simply didn't like following these rules. I didn't like doing all this stuff. Cause to me, if I want to draw let's say a stickman, I'll draw a stickman. If I don't, then I won't. Cause I do it my way most of the time, and that's what my English teacher said. When I wanna do my work, I will do my work. But then if I don't, I might not. So I guess that's fine. I guess that's just me. Anyways, I don't got much to talk about this time. And it's been 40 minutes of recording, so I'm just gonna stop here. Hello everybody. I uh I got I got more stuff to yap about today, and I got a new mission this time, which is to collect a bunch of stone, because I got a bunch of food already the last few episodes. Okay, my voice is a little cracky today cause it was my birthday party yesterday, and kind of have a sore throat now. But anyways, what I want to talk about today is basically just an elaboration on what I said in the previous episode. Um, right now it's 2026 and everything is really modern, really good, but for some reason I don't really like that. For example, we have smooth roads now, but back in the day, people walked on cobblestone, or in most cases, even just plain grass. Now, I actually prefer cobblestone. The grass is I don't really like grass, but I like the cobblestone. I like the idea of walking on cobblestone. It's basically just bricks but on the floor. So but right now there's no cobblestone floors left. At least in most places, cause um humans have replaced cobblestone floors with smooth asphalt. Uh and because of that, you just don't see the cobblestone much. And the reason I like cobblestone so much is because when you walk on it, there's a nice sound. It's like tapping. And if you're in a place of many people, you'll hear a bunch of feet tapping on the ground from all the people walking. And I feel like it's pretty nice to hear that when you walk, because unless I'm listening to music, walking is quite silent for me nowadays. And I prefer to walk when there's some sort of noise, cause I can actually listen to it. But right now it's quiet, so yeah. Another thing is, uh, the technology is good and all, but many kids right now, because parents are starting to give the kids devices once once they're while they're still young, and they also let kids watch things that they most likely shouldn't be watching. Technology is both good and bad. What I'm saying is I like having a phone, but um the problems with the phone is you get addicted to it. I'll talk about this in another video. But and also kids these days they're watching so much brain rot that well really their brains are rotten because they are just doing random things there. They're not the same as back then. Because back then kids would actually like act normal. But right now a lot of kids they're just saying weird things, they're acting weird. And I just don't like that, because that includes my little sister. Like, they have no manners. Like, they're rude, and I'm not saying all of them, I'm just saying a lot of them are like this. And it's annoying, because even though I'm not old, my generation's still pretty young. I feel old because of this. Because I may be in the same generation as these kids actually, but like I act completely different than from them. Yeah. Anyways, more um more stuff, more info about what I was saying about the modern thing. Okay. So we humans we made everything quite modern. We got many things that are nice and modern, but I don't really like it because it's kind of taking the fun out of everything. I have an example. Let's say baking. I like baking bread, so I'm using baking as an example. So back then, you had to bake using an oven that was heated up by a fire before you put the bread in, before you put the dough in. But now you can preheat the ovens to the exact temperature, and you can also and the ovens are they have many functions and all that. That makes things easier, but it takes the fun out of baking. One thing people like about baking is if you're making, okay, I'm lagging a bit, I don't know why. If you're making if you're thinking of making bread, like kneading the dough, but nobody really does that anymore. We all have modern machines and all that to do it for us. And another thing is bakeries. Back then, bakeries actually did the work to make the bread by hand. But now we have machines making them for us. Most likely, 100% of the bread you see in bakeries, like the local bakeries near your house, are not handmade. Chances are, a lot of them are made by a machine. And it's just sad because baking is not fun to do anymore with all these modern things. The for the oven it's still fine because you still have to do all the work like kneading the dough if you're making homemade bread. But if you're not making homemade bread, then it's kind of complicated. I mean, not complicated. What am I saying? It's kind of simple. It's way too simple. So I feel like humans shouldn't just make all the technology too good yet. I feel like humans should calm down for a bit. Like, what I mean by that is they should just chill. They should do other things like medicine. Like focus more on like things like medicine, because those things are, in my opinion, more important than like baking equipment. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the modern stuff talk for now. I'll see how long. Only 10 minutes. So I might have to expand a little on this. About later in the video. So there are other things that are modern that I don't like. For example, modern rules. Well, you see, back then I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, humans could, civilians could own weapons like guns. But in America, they still can. And they can, because back then, because of the war and everything, it's not that safe. But because right now, a lot of the wars have, major wars have kind of ended. People have decided to make stricter rules when it comes to things like weapons, which I find annoying because I don't specifically want a weapon. I want an airsoft gun. It's basically just a realistic. It's basically just a Nerf gun, but realistic. I won't, but because of the strict rules, even things that look like weapons aren't allowed because, well, they scare people because, you know, weapons are dangerous and stuff. And I kind of hate that. Oh yeah, here's another rule that I hate. In school, I I am in Singapore, so Singaporean kids who are boys, they would know that you have to cut your hair quite short, or because you're not allowed to grow your hair longer, which is the one thing I want to do. But I'm not allowed to because in Singapore, I'm not sure why we're not allowed to do that. And I absolutely hate that rule because we should be allowed to choose our own hairstyles, right? Not only hairstyles, in Singapore we got uniforms, right? Okay, okay, I'm gonna go back to the hairstyle thing for just a bit, cause I I got I just remembered something. So now the hairstyle thing is quite modern, I'd say, cause I mean it's quite a modern thing. Cause if you really think about it, our ancestors, cavemen, they didn't really cut their hair at all, but and but because humans now have the technology to cut hair and all that. I'm not sure when it happened, but a boy having long hair apparently became a weird thing. Apparently now it's not normal, which I find weird because I feel like actually boys with long hair look quite nice and stuff. But because right now it's considered weird, and not really just considered weird. Another thing is rules at like for example school, and a lot of parents. I still don't understand why a lot of boys are really forced to cut their hair short. Cause I believe they shouldn't have to. Um, and that's all I have to say on this topic. Cause this is just a topic that I just thought of, and I want to find a better name for the YouTube video because my last one was called things that come to my mind. That just come to mind. It's whatever I could think of at the moment because I have nothing to yap about, but I feel like yapping about something, but I don't know what that something is. So usually my videos are half an hour, cause the type of video I'm recording is usually put on as background noise, not actually watched. But I guess this one will be the 16 minutes long. Cause I honestly can't think of anything else to say in this topic. If I can, I might make a part two. I might just make a part two on this. So yeah, that's all for this topic. And good luck, everybody. Okay, I don't know what I'm actually really talking about. Uh, so we got technology, right? And a lot of kids nowadays like addicted to phones. Like I always see like 5-year-olds. They're like on a bus and they're just blasting YouTube shorts at full volume with all the brain rot stuff. And it's a little annoying. My little sister, she's watching weird things. And by that I mean like things that I don't know, her generation likes to watch for some reason. I feel like it's kind of weird a lot because people went from watching normal things like by that I mean like videos of maybe a bit of video game and back in the day mainly real life content to whatever is on YouTube right now that and there's not much good content as either. So yeah. Anyways, my little sister, she whenever I see her using her iPad, it's like so let's say I wake up in the morning, I walk out and I see her using her iPad, and she's always watching some this YouTuber that makes these kind of brain rot videos that I don't think my little sister should be watching, cause it's it's not really like entertaining either. It's like a really boring thing, and I don't know why kids her age are watching this. Cause um I mean to adults the things I watch is like brain rot as well, but the things I watch is not as bad as the things my little sister's generation watch. It's, it's maybe some like Minecraft videos of like the Minecraft YouTubers that like everyone knows, but it's not never really like brain rot. It's just video games because my dad doesn't my parents don't understand video games, so they consider it brain rot because to them the only understandable video games are like I don't know Candy Crush, and then the things my little sister watches I understand it, but I think it's boring and it's just really weird, and I don't understand why kids her age like to watch it. But not all of the kids her age like to watch it. I know she has some friends that think it's weird as well. Uh, oh, my friend just joined this game. Yeah, anyways, so I feel like people should post like less of this brain rot stuff. They should post more things that are actually helpful, but if not, just any normal thing is fine. Anyways, so for example, I've been watching a bunch of these people. So like I said, I like to do my woodwork. So I've been watching YouTubers that do these things, and also wanna do something like I don't know hiking. But I mean, in Singapore, there are no good mountains to hike at because we're such a tiny little island with nothing. Anyways, uh, so I will watch YouTubers that do what I wanna do or what I like doing, which includes video games and YouTube Shorts. So back then everyone actually watched the videos, but right now all the kids are just watching YouTube Shorts, and YouTube Shorts, and I I think it's kind of annoying. Cause let's say I go outside in the morning like just now. If my little sister's not on her iPad, she's usually watching the TV. And I look at the TV and I see all the brain rot content she's watching. And my parents don't like her watching stuff like that, but they are fine with it, thinking that it's content that's safe for kids her age. But the thing is, most of it isn't. Most of the stuff she watches is inappropriate, as in kids her age shouldn't actually be watching it. But my parents don't know that cause they are too busy to notice. And when I do point it out to them, they just say things like she's very young and just let her watch what she wants to watch in peace. And then I try to explain that she shouldn't be watching those things, and my parents just let her watch it anyways, thinking that I'm just trying to annoy my little sister by getting them to shut off the phone or something. And that's really annoying. And then my mom says, "How would you like it if I did the same thing to you?" And then I'm thinking I wouldn't be watching these things, cause so she would have no reason to turn off. But anyways, wait a minute, what is this? Huh? Oh, okay, I don't understand. This video how long has it been? 7 minutes, so 16, so that's not bad. I will combine this video with my video on tech and just post a new thing, cause I realize I'm just talking about the same thing. And another thing is don't so a lot of people struggle with like not getting addicted to using technology like their phone. A lot of people can spend up to 4. In fact, I know a friend that spends 17 hours on her phone a day. Well, at least 17 hours was the most she's ever done, but I don't know, man. Anyways, and that's not really good, cause I mean it's not just like unhealthy for your eyes, right? Like you don't have like you won't do your homework if you have any, and because you're just too focused on doing whatever on your phone or computer, whatever. And then you won't study, your grades will be bad, all that stuff. And for my parents set screen time because I don't know why they don't trust me with having unlimited screen time, or maybe it's because that major exam I've been mentioning in every single one of my videos is not over yet, still close. So maybe it's because of that. In fact, it's probably because of that. So maybe after, if I score well on that exam, they'll probably take away my screen time, or they will just give me more screen time per day to use. Uh, but actually, I usually when I'm on my phone, mainly just music, or it's mainly just music to listen to when I do homework. In fact, I listen to music while doing everything, or it's just a bit of entertainment. Can I make that jump? Okay. Uh, so honestly, I recommend setting screen time limits for yourself. Instead of screen time limit, like a time limit per day. Um, but then you can't give up. Like you say, oh, every day I can only use 2 hours or 3 hours. Then you must stick to the plan. Because if you're just gonna not stick to a plan and give yourself more screen time to use every single day, you'll never get rid of the bad habits. And a lot of parents are a lot of parents don't trust their kids to like have unlimited screen time, or at least here in Singapore, because they think that once the kid gets unlimited screen time, they're gonna start using their phone every second of the day. But kids actually self-adjust, and by that I'm saying, let's say you give a kid screen time, they'll always want more because they have a limit. But if they have unlimited, now for the first few months or weeks, they will be using their phone every second of the day. The parents are right. But after a while, the kids will get used to having unlimited screen time, and eventually they will adjust to using a certain amount of time per day only, instead of using all that, instead of like the same as before, because they're used to having a lot of screen time. So if I'm so because here's the thing about screen time. If the kid had usually it runs out at like it changes at 12 a.m. Like every like how do I explain this? So let's say the parent sets 1 hour for the child each day. If the child uses half an hour, by 12 p.m. it will reset. It will reset, and the child will have it will be using the next day's screen time. So they want to use the screen time, all of the screen time before 12, so they can make full use of it. Cause it's a waste of screen time if you're gonna. It's a waste of screen time if you're gonna use it, use half of it, and then just waste the remaining half. So a lot of kids like to use every second of it, but that's what makes parents not trust them. And I think that instead of the kids actually being more healthy with their screen time, it should be the parents making the first move and giving them the unlimited screen time that the kids want. So, so the kids can adjust earlier. Okay, I give up on this game. So I'm in a different game now because I gave up on the previous one. I'm gonna turn off the music. Yeah. Anyways, today I'm playing Roblox because I kind of got bored of that Minecraft of playing Minecraft because before filming this video I played Minecraft with my friend, and then after that the other videos I played Minecraft. So this will be just special. Of course I'll combine it with another video. The first part will be Minecraft. The thumbnail will be Minecraft, but this last part, if you reach this part, it will be Roblox. Anyways, even though I don't exactly like playing Roblox too much because everything is boring. I kind of forgot what I was saying just now, but yeah. Anyways, it's okay. Next thing, since I'm already on topic of Roblox, I will continue on Roblox, cause so Roblox, well back then it was popular for being like a game that was really, how do I say this again? It was like really retro. It was like not exactly a really good quality game, but right now they're making trash updates, like all the age verification, all that. And even though that's supposed to be safe for safety, I just don't like it. The old Roblox was better. I didn't exactly join in like like what people call the best time. Actually, no, I kind of did. No, I joined right after. The best time on Roblox apparently was around the 2019. I joined at around 2020 to 2022. Between that, I joined, and so yeah, right after. So it was still fine, but then right now is the worst era of Roblox. Everyone hates it, cause these updates are actually trash. Like they actually don't do anything. They don't do anything good. Yeah. So I really don't like these new settings, these new rules updates. So I ended up going back to Minecraft, cause I Minecraft was the first real game that I really liked playing. So I decided to go back to Minecraft to film at to film YouTube this year. Um, before I'm just gonna talk a bit about my previous channels, even though it's not really the topic of this video, but I guess it could be. So in my previous channels, it wa it was about Roblox. There was almost no Minecraft. And I'm gonna talk about this in another video. I just got a video idea just from this. Anyways, it was Roblox because Roblox was good at the time, but now I'm gonna focus on a game like Minecraft because I think it's better now. Okay, 17 minutes, not bad. Um, okay, I'm recording. Oh yeah, one more thing before I end the video. So right now, a lot of people stopped watching TV shows. So if you know, back in the day, people would watch TV shows because that was the only form of entertainment. But now we got watch our YouTube. Nobody really watches shows anymore. And my siblings don't. My brother, in fact, just walked in the room and shouted at me saying, what is this bullshit you're talking about how you hate watching shorts?" And he's like, "Don't act like you don't watch all this stuff." Now the thing is, I was like, so the thing is, I actually watch it because they watch it. I would watch something else, but they don't like watching shows. I enjoy watching shows. I've been watching the Grand Tour, the one about cars. And Clarkson's Farm, the new one on Amazon Prime that has been really popular. In fact, it's one of the things that got me inspired to make this channel, cause um I went originally I quit you making YouTube videos, cause I didn't like the idea of the fact that of playing games, and I thought my voice was too young or something. But right now I'm figuring out a way to actually film something that I like. Okay, cause so basically I've uh been listening to the things like the type of YouTuber that does the things I talk about, and also the and I've also been listening to I've been also watching shows because I actually really enjoy watching shows. They're really entertaining, but a lot of people don't watch shows anymore. Just I think it's I wouldn't say annoying, but let's say because everyone's watching shorts, my siblings watch shorts, which is the reason why I can't watch my shows. And 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 the fact that they don't know I don't like watching shorts, because well, I really 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 hate watching shorts for one reason, because whenever you watch whenever you doom scroll more uh you kind of just can't stop. You just keep scrolling and you're like, okay, this is the last one, this is the last video. After this I'm not gonna after this short I'm not gonna watch another one. And then you continue doom scrolling, and then you don't do what you say, or at least what you think, and you just watch another one, and the cycle never ends. So that's why I prefer watching shows, because the actual long form videos, or at least I will actually watch long form videos, not shorts. But because of my siblings liking shorts and stuff, I can't. So anyways, that's the end of this video, because I'm just adding on, and surprisingly I had a lot to say about this stuff. So recently I've uh I've had this hobby of going outside. Like before recently I've been going outside more than usual, and I also went on a hike at this island. Uh, and it was fun. Before this, I would just stay home all the time. I wouldn't go outside. I wouldn't do anything fun. I'd just stay home, sleep, and do work. But recently, I've been watching some videos about of people hiking in like mountains and stuff, and I realized, and I thought it was like really cool, and I knew I would enjoy hiking if I had the opportunity to, cause it's just something that seems really fun to me. Now, uh, because of course I am still well not of age to go anywhere on my own. Like no, I can't really leave the country like that, and the fact that uh I I don't really have the money and gear to do things I want to or go to the places I want to. I can't really hike, but so I'm waiting for one day where I can go hiking. Either my parents are alone, preferably alone, because because I also have two siblings and they don't like hiking and all. They don't like doing all that type of stuff. Cause I like seeing the nature. They will not. They won't want to go and they will just keep complaining along the way. So I want to go alone one day on my own to a new country, to some a new place to hike. Anyways, this video is not just all about hiking, but it's just a part of it. Okay, so I noticed recently a lot of. Well, I actually asked my friends the question of what do you like to do in your free time, or what are your hobbies, and they're all answering things like playing games, playing computer games, doing homework. Nobody, or actually a sport, but now a sport you can go outside, but I'm looking for something that isn't sports because sports is just too common. I'm saying like everybody likes sports, so well except for me though. So aside from sports, I noticed my classmates never really do anything. That's actually interesting in a way, and I feel like they should because life is getting kind of boring recently for most people because there aren't much new experiences happening. Like all of us are experiencing the same thing every single day. It's just go to school, go back home, do your homework, sleep, eat, and, the cycle repeats every single day. But a lot of my classmates are fine with that, but I'm not. I'm looking to really explore the world. In fact, even explore this country is even just exploring this country is fine. But so and also recently I actually know today I've made a bucket list of all the things I want to do before I get too old to do them. And of course on the list was exploring the whole world, exploring many parts of the world, and also managing to go hiking to a really nice place on my own without my parents, seeing nature, scenery, and all the scenery in places like that. Cause well, I never really enjoyed hiking when I was young. That's just cause my parents didn't take me to do what I consider real hiking. They would just go up a small hill and call that hiking. But I wanna experience real hiking at least what I consider real hiking, and to me real hiking is really walking for hours. It doesn't even have to be up a mountain. Back when I was really young, I used to think hiking meant going up a mountain. But now I understand that hiking actually just means, well, it does mean part of it is going up a mountain, but mainly it just means walking long distances and seeing nature. That's what hiking mainly means. I also went to some of these camps organized by the school and all that, and even though they said there would be hiking, well, which there is, but it was just in a park, and it's not even like a park with a lot of nature. It's all man-made stuff. And I was not happy about it, and I complained to the teacher saying that I wanted to experience what they said we would experience before we started before we went here on this camp, because well, it was optional. I didn't have to choose to go to this camp, and yet I did, because I thought we would do hiking, like hiking, but no, we were just walking on asphalt. But in the end, well, I was the one who signed up, so I can't really blame it on them. But and but but that also led me to realize I shouldn't be joining things like a camp if I wanted to do what I consider hiking. I should just go on my own, right? Cause if I go on my own, I get to choose what to do, where to go. While if I was to not, if I was to go with a camp, like go with a group of people, then I wouldn't really have that as much choice. So yeah, I'm waiting for one day when I can finally go on my own. Now, there are many other hobbies that a lot of people like to do. Personally, I got I got journaling and woodworking, all those, which fit what I like to do. Of course, gaming is just a part of it, because I can't really because in this weather it's like really hot these days, so I can't really do much except game. Well, a lot of okay, so all these hobbies that I like to do, a lot of kids don't do now. Adults that okay, for example, hiking is still quite common among adults, because they like to go explore and stuff. But in my generation of kids, we don't like going hiking. Well, aside from me, because all these kids care about nowadays is their devices. And to be honest, back then, me too, I also cared about my devices more than nature. Because I never really had a phone back then. My parents never allowed me to get a phone. So it was like the number one thing I wanted, which a phone. But now that I have a phone, which it took me a long time to get it, because I had to complete this task, and that task took almost a whole year, which to a kid is which to like young to 11-year-old me, that was quite long. That's like a long time, and it still is, but not as long as before. The year has passed by really quick so far, and yeah. But now and back then I actually did, well, gaming as a full-time hobby, even though my parents didn't like it, and actually they're happy that I enjoy the nature and stuff. But They also think I shouldn't keep begging them to go on these long hikes to places that we've never been before. And specifically because of that exam I'm mentioning in every video. Because actually, it's still not over. In fact, it hasn't even begun. I only did the preliminary. I keep saying it wrong. I gave up honestly. Um, all this that I've been doing recently is just the prelims. So basically, it's like a trial version of the exam. But next month, but by August, the real thing will come, and well, I'm just dead. I'm honestly dead when that happens because I have not done enough studying, even though I've studied like a lot. And in fact, usually at night actually. And tonight I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna stay up the whole night studying. Anyways, here's another thing: baking. Back, let's go back to the, let's say, Victorian era. Because I'm also a person that's kind of interested in history. Like I listen to some history podcasts sometimes. So back in the Victorian era, bakers would make these really grainy breads that people love nowadays. Back then, they wanted soft white bread, and now that we have that, we want the old uh, grainy bread back, like wholemeal. Wait, is it wholemeal? Basically, it's like, let's say, like sourdough, rye. We all know people nowadays like it, but back then they didn't, and back then they wanted the soft bread that we have today. And personally, I bake bread, right? So I like making the grainy ones more because I just have no taste for the plain soft white bread anymore. And because nowadays people are starting to enjoy this type of food more, unlike back then. And these companies are not really making that much of this grainy bread. They're still making a lot of soft white bread because back then it was more expensive to produce the soft white bread, so they didn't make it. Same thing as now. It's more expensive to produce the grainy breads now, so companies just stopped making them entirely, and they focused entirely on making the soft white breads that we all know and not love as much as the grainy ones. I'm not saying everyone, just most people. Well, at least in 2026, but who knows? They might change. And I'm not sure why I'm saying this, but I guess it's a way for me to show that a lot of things have changed. A lot of people are now doing different things. Also, this video is about going outside, enjoying nature, so I'm not sure why I'm talking about baking, but I think I'm talking about baking because I wanna tell you viewers, even though there probably aren't any right now, that you should just not be so modern sometimes, stick to the old ways, sometimes go outside, enjoy nature. Because, well, you see, oh, whoa, that blew up like nothing. And it's, so you see, back then, people went outside because no phones, no distractions, but now everyone's distracted by something, one thing or another. Makes it really hard to focus for most of us. What was I gonna make? Okay, now I'm confused. Yeah, so it was really hard for most of us to focus. It's really hard for most of us to focus nowadays because of all the distractions, as in phones. Because back then, phones didn't exist and we actually needed something to do and all that. So I feel like we shouldn't look at the phones too much. Because first of all, if you notice, a lot of kids are starting to have to wear glasses because mainly because of phone usage. Like seriously, you can literally check out the medical reports and all that. The amount of kids that wear glasses has been increasing slowly, and it's gonna be really really high soon. Cause well, these kids, a lot of kids are playing games. Anyways, here's a story about related to this topic. So because kids nowadays they don't go outside because they don't go outside like you back then. They didn't have a reason. Okay, so they because of mainly because of devices. So yeah, this story is related. So one time I went out to eat with my parents, and there was this kid who was just blasting some dumb cartoons at full volume inside of the restaurant. And everyone in the restaurant was just looking annoyed, but nobody said anything cuz oh it's rude cuz and the parents didn't care, they were just ordering the food. And then suddenly the kid's battery ran out, or maybe or something happened, or he dropped the iPad and broke it. I don't quite remember, it was like a year ago. I didn't really save it as like an important memory. But after something happened, the kid screamed really really loudly, and then his parents gave the kid their phones, and they didn't even order the food. They were using their phones to order food, and both the dad and the mom gave their phones for some reason, not like just one of them. And then the kid was watching two cartoons at the same time on two phones, which was like insane. And then the parents just sat there for like 2 hours not ordering food. And finally, after 2 hours, the cartoon finished because it was one of those really long cartoons, like those that have like it's like multiple episodes combined together. So the cartoon finished, and the parents then started ordering. And by then, well, I was leaving already. My food had arrived, and if you're wondering why I ate for 2 hours, because I was really hungry that day. I just kept ordering. Yeah, and the parents only ordered after 2 hours, and when the cartoon finished. And once they took the phone away, the kid started screaming again. So one of them had to give the phone. The kid was still crying, but because well, the kid didn't get two phones this time. So yeah, of course, any kid would be crying when they don't have two phones. These kids, man. Yeah, and then that's all because I left after that. And then I was telling my parents about how that was just like my little sister. Like seriously, she's like obsessed with the phone. Not even worse than me back when I was her age. Shit, back when I was her age, I was sharing an iPad with my brother. She has her own, right now she has her own iPad, watches the TV almost every day for 3 hours, 4 hours straight. And my parents are expected to give her a phone by, wait, how long is this? By like 1 year, I think. Next year she might just get a phone. And you know what's my parents' excuse for that? Not really excuse, but reason. Uh, in their own words, they said, "You guys are a boy and she's a girl, so and it's dangerous for her to go to school on her own because right now she's taking the school bus and and it's really expensive. So my parents want her to go to school on her own, and they're like, you guys are a boy and she's a girl, and it's really really um dangerous for her to go to school alone. Who knows? She might get kidnapped." And like, and they're like, and I'm like, no, why? What difference does that make? They're like, the differences. Like, they're just differences. And I'm like, I don't know. Of course I know the difference because people are biased nowadays, thinking, oh, the girls are gonna get attacked more. Now, that might be true. Honestly, that might be true, but I just don't agree. with all that bullshit, because I just don't like the fact that people are making it sound like the boys don't get kidnapped either. It's actually annoying. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. So, and now my little sister's all inside all day. That's why in fact, that's one of the reasons I'm making this video, because seriously, she is not going out at all, and it's getting concerning. And my parents don't seem to notice it. In fact, most parents don't notice it when when the older kid gets a phone, the parents look out for it. But then when the younger child gets it, of course, even though it is so stereotypical of parents, they actually do it. The parents don't care whether the younger kids watch for a long time or not. They don't care how long the younger kids watch. All they care about is that the younger kids like is happy and all that. And then the oldest child is just surprised, thinking, what the hell? Back when I was their age, I didn't even get a phone. Which is exactly what happens with me. Because my little sister has been actually plays like a lot more than me. And when I was her age, I could only play half an hour. I had to share. It was like 1 hour on the iPad. I had to share with my brother. So it was half an hour for each of us. And she's having two, 2 to 3 hours a day on her own without sharing. And she's still complaining. She doesn't have a phone yet, and she's expected to get one by like next year. And guess what? She's still complaining, saying, "My brothers have a phone and I don't. It's so unfair." And when we try explaining, saying, "Back when we were your age, we had to share one iPad. We had no phones, and that iPad was cheap as hell." And she's like, "It doesn't matter." She's saying stuff like, "It doesn't matter. Right now you guys have phones and I don't, so it's unfair." So she thinks it's unfair because we get a phone, or while she doesn't have, even though we're not even the same age. And my parents are like, when I complain about it, my parents are like, "It's fine. It's normal to be feeling that way for her because you guys have a phone and she doesn't. In fact, maybe I should buy her one because it's maybe kind of unfair. Or maybe we should just take away your phone." So me and my brother, nobody likes this except for the younger child. Like it's not just me and my brother. Like I'm pretty sure y'all out there don't like it when this type of thing happens either, unless you're an only child. Oh yeah, if you're an only child, it might be worse for you, cause you're the only sibling that the parent can scold. So you see, normally when something happens between siblings, we can blame it on another. The parents might believe, but or another thing is that the sibling can defend the first sibling, and then they can team up and get the youngest one in trouble. That's what I do with my brother. Cause honestly, she's annoying as hell. But anyways, but then if you're an only child, then you can't do that. You will be the one that's, getting blamed for everything and all that. But wait, I'm literally off track. Like this video was supposed to be about going outdoors. I was literally gonna just name it "Go Outside" or something. But here I am talking about siblings. Anyways, oh yeah, my brother doesn't like going outside. In fact, my whole family doesn't really like hiking as much as I do, except for my mom, cause back in the day she really liked it as well. Because and they but they're getting older and all that. So it's kind of sad because soon I won't be able to hike with them. They're too old to hike. That's why I want to hike. I want to start hiking already. But well, at least after this year. Because after this year, then the major exam, the most important exam of my life is over, and I can relax and all that. So that's why I really, really, really hope that this generation will change. because we are starting to lose track of. I mean, we're starting to. How do I say this? Lose lose our concern for things like hiking because of technology. And even though my last video was about technology, this one it's like a part two on it, along with some things about siblings, nature. But the highlight of this video is supposed to be about me hiking, nature, and how people should start it. So my advice to y'all, this whole video was just go out. Thank you everybody for watching. Good luck.